Support me talk wrestling. Hello everybody, General Manager Diodotaki, and this is Talk Wrestling, basically the talk show for WPW going on, what's going on, how do I explain, and my overall review of matches, and then I give them a rating, then I give the show a rating. So, I'm going to start off with the title. Tommaso Ciampa is the new WPW champion? Well, if y'all don't know the story, for Green, for the past ever on social media, ever since he got here, Chris has been bullying Green. And in ring and backstage, Rick Savage has been bullying Green. So, Savage lost against Dylan Hagen and didn't really reclaim his title match. Chris has Stepping Stone title in possession, but they also want to go against the Undisputed Era for their tag titles to prove that they can run this show, that they can take over. But being the general manager that I am, I'm not just going to give someone an opportunity. They got to earn it. Hey, Green, I know you're not a tag team anymore with Bob, but find someone to take on Rick Savage and Chris Miller. So he tells me, hey, I want Steve to be my partner. Because Green had a little bit of money. You know, Steve's that paid mercenary. So the match, all the chips from both sides. If Savage or Miller gets the pin or submission at Mayhem, it would have been Undisputed Era, Bullet Club, and their tag team name of the real Dudley Boys, and a triple threat Tornado Tag TLC. But no, at 20, there was also a side stipulation for us. If Green was to pin Rick, he would get his WPW spot in the 6-man challenge. Or if he pins Green, automatic Stepping Stone Championship transfer. Same thing with Steve. So they had a good match at WPW 20. You should go check that out. It was really good, in my opinion. And my opinion matters. Green comes out at top. Pin Savage. He's in the 6-pack challenge. This is his first WPW Championship opportunity in both seasons of Warzones. Steve's automatically the Stepping Stone Champion. So everybody comes out. Parker has no music still. Don't know what's the deal with that. Everyone comes out. All 4 members. Adam Cole, Bob, Sinjay, and Parker. And then, for some reason, Smoke Machines, Green's music is playing. The announcer's saying, Green Jr., because he never really sees him because of all the smoke or fog. Then we cut to backstage. Tommaso Ciampa absolutely killed Green. Ended the altercation with a powerbomb to a big old wooden table that didn't even dent. So he comes out, takes a spot. Dylan comes out. And then here's the match. I broke it down. Everyone goes crazy right off the bat. Tommaso Ciampa is really strong. He hits Bob with a spinning Finley driver into a neck breaker. Adam Cole and Sinjay go at it, aka the rapper versus Rockstar, which they had good chemistry. Maybe Sinjay has some room on Bullet Club to get back at Adam Cole. I don't know. And then when Tommaso Ciampa tries to, I think he was going for a suplex. Sinjay interrupted it. Bob just fell midair vertical. That was the funny moment of that match. Okay, and this was a bloody fight. This is the order they got busted in. Bob, then Adam, then Dylan, Parker, and Sinjay. Tommaso was the only one to leave that match with a belt and the only one not to bleed. How ironic. And he did win, so is that setting up a 3-way rivalry between Tommaso, Green, and Dylan? Because he gets his rematch against Tommaso, but Green was never offered the match. Is that a triple threat coming soon? I don't know. Parker hits a tornado DDT on Adam Cole, and then Dylan hits an apron powerbomb on Adam Cole, and then after that, O'Connor rolled German suplex on Sinjay. Adam Cole hits that gourd buster on Bob. Parker did his freak out DDT at the same time. Adam Cole hits a shining wizard on Bob. Adam Cole the Canadian Destroyer baby on Sinjay. And then Adam Cole breast knucks Parker. And then after he kicks out, Parker goes for that freak out DDT, gets caught with a super kick. Parker accidentally kills the ref. Dylan tornado DDT Sinjay. And then while everyone's out the ring, Tommaso wins with a lung blower powerbomb to Adam Cole for the win. I gave this match a 4.5 stars just because it was really good. And there's a couple of feuds I'd want to see out of this. A triple threat feud between Sinjay, Adam Cole, and Kenny Omega. I believe they could tear it down. Or Adam Cole and Parker. I don't know. We're definitely getting something with Tommaso and Green after it. But yeah, I'd have to give it a good 4.5. But now we're going to do things in chronological order, and we start the show with a call out by Tap Out Tommy. Tap Out cut. He opens it talking about my bros. This is going to be lit. And that is a bad promo for Tap Out Tommy. He does not need to do bro promos at all. But then Rick Savage claims that open challenge spot. They have a UFC match. Right off the bat, it's just a back and forward. Tap Out Tommy hits a pop-up spine slam. That's basically all I can call it. Rick Savage roundhouse kicks Tap Out Tommy to death just about while he's kneeling. Then Tap Out Tommy does that Sister Abigail DDT, which is lit for him. I like that, and I would like to see more of it. Then right after that, he deadlift gorilla presses. Tap Out Tommy is a good wrestler, but Rick Savage is also a great striker. Like a wrestler is supposed to make the first move, tries to get a slam. Striker waits for that open opportunity. Unless the striker goes first, then the wrestler just counters it. It's just boxing versus wrestling at this point, but with like kickboxing also added to it. Tap Out Tommy does a last chance. Rick gets out. Then Rick hits his own Sister Abigail DDT of his own. Then calls for the thumb to the throat. Runs a knee to a face. Savage is good at defense. He'll stare at it, tap out. Then as soon as Tap Out Tommy goes after him, he'll reverse it into something. Like, I think it worked just about every single time besides when he was staring at him, waiting for him to make a move. Didn't know how to react, got speared for it. Then Savage then Tap Out Tommy gets Savage in the corner, and he hits a uppercut train like no other. Like, the way Savage towers over Tommy, but Tommy's just so badass. Like, he's not an underdog. It's just like two big dogs colliding. It's just really good stuff. But then after that, he goes for a Dragon Sleeper. He goes for that twice and does not connect. Savage gets busted open by the turnbuckle. Like Parker earlier, it took brass knuckles to bust him open. Now this turnbuckle, first hit, already blood. But it's a hardcore match. You never know when blood's gonna fly. Tap Out Tommy hits a running flying heel kick. And then, I don't even know how Tap Out Tommy's still alive. Rick Savage off the top rope does a coup de grace to the back of his head. And he's not dead. And then Tap Out Tommy does, I got your spin cycle. Then he does that elbow train, but then misses the last one. Then Savage does a super kick for the win. A new hardcore champion has to find a new challenger at WPW 20. I gave it a good 4 stars, just a good 4 strong. And then the three-way Whammon's match for the first ever Whammon's title. Courtney, Bridget, and the Queen Bee, Sophia Ace. She walks out as the default holder. Bridget lights up Courtney at the start. Then Sophia gets hit with a devastating kick. Courtney does a suplex knee strike on Sophia Ace. A sloppy crossbody attempt from Courtney because it was also sloppy because Bridget going for a super kick. Ace is just sitting in the corner relaxing. Bridget does a calf crusher on Sophia Ace. Courtney does his sister Abigail dancing on Bridget. Bridget does an Indian deathlock on Ace. And then Superman punches Courtney, then slaps her with the meanest discus big boot I have ever seen in my life. Then Bridget with the very nice RKO on Sophia Ace. A kick out at 2. Ace locks in a hive mind on Courtney. And then Bridget breaks it. Ace super kicks Barry, then zigzags Courtney. But Courtney gets back up. Ace locks in a hive mind on Barry. And then super kicks her for the win. I gave this match a good 3. It just wasn't... It felt rushed. It felt like they didn't want to take their time. It felt like, I don't know, it just felt kind of slow. I mean, no one was really bad, but no one was stand out beside, for me, Sophia Ace. But actually, no, Bridget did really good also. I mean, I'm not saying she did bad, but Courtney did feel kind of lackluster in that match. Even though I'm not saying she did terrible. I'm just saying that she did good while Sophia Ace and Bridget did really good. If you know, like, it's not bad. It's good, and then it's better than good. I gave it a 3-star. There's not much right now that has me interested in the women's division besides Sophia Ace. She can go against the Iconics or Bridget. I don't want her doing anything with Courtney. They don't look like they'd have good chemistry. But overall, they got a 3-star match. And then we get to the Steve versus Chris, a submission match for the Stepping Stone Championship. Every match had to be in the stipulation. I guess that's what management wanted. So Steve rushes Chris with a bunch of flying kicks and then gets caught by the second one, I believe. And Chris just drops him with a big boot. Steve gets up and then just beats Chris with a barrage of strikes and knees. Steve uses his quickness and gets a toehold in there, but then Chris uses his strength and hits Steve with a very impressive ragdoll German suplex. Then they have a good back and forth for a good second. Steve hits Chris with a payroll or a deep six, whatever you want to call it. He calls it the payroll. Chris mauls Steve in the corner with just like a barrage of punches, and then locks in a Brock lock. Steve kicks out, quite literally. Steve does a quick strike and a kick combo. Chris goes for a nose return, which is that choke he does, but Steve was in the ropes. And then Steve put Chris in a sleeper, but gets out. Chris with a knee to face, and then busts Steve wide open, and then Chris wins with a no return. I don't want to see this match again. They have absolutely no chemistry whatsoever. This technically was the rematch, so I hope there's nothing more between them, and Chris can just stand as the WPW Stepping Stone Champion. Winner via submission. Please let there be no more of this match. Like, I give it a 1.5. I did not care for it at all. And just for a reminder for those of you that are saying, oh, he missed so-and-so, did this or so-and-so. These are my personal highlights. These are the moments that made every match worth watching to me. Now on to the TLC Tag Team match for the WPW Tag Team Championships. It was the Young Bucks representing Bullet Club versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fischer representing UE. Wait, yeah. That's basically what this feud is. How am I supposed to? Oh yeah, the two sweet for the U and then the E. But no, I like it. Right off the bat, it's 50-50 fighting. Each team gets some good looks in. Bobby Fish lights up Nick and then gets countered into a. Well, Nick just slams his face as he goes for flying clothesline. He rolls out the ring. Kyle does the double arm version of Suplex City. Nick climbs the setup ladder. Kyle electric chairs him down. And then Kyle superplexes Matt onto a ladder that was sideways. So, like, he suplexed him onto a ladder. Like, imagine your back just landing plank. Like, that had to have done something to him. But then, Kyle climbs the ladder and his brother Nick is on top of the ladder and power bombs Bobby Fish onto a ladder. It looks like Bobby Fish shattered his right shoulder. Like I'm sure I'm gonna put in a replay, but it looks like it absolutely shattered his shoulder beyond repair. But then he finished the match somehow. Kyle is the first one to use a chair, and then Bobby Fish face turn when he hits Kyle O'Reilly with a ladder by accident. And then the super kick counter only got to 3. And then Nick pushes Bobby off of a ladder onto 1. Young Bucks win. This is their first taste of gold, of that muy bueno gold. So altogether, I'd have to give that match a good 3.5. Can't really do more for it. So with all the matches on the show, I like to give letter grades for the show. I'd have to give this a strong C. I mean, it was the first pay-per-view of season 2, but it wasn't the strongest, but it wasn't the weakest either. It was really good though. I really am excited for stuff to come because we have looking forward to Tommaso Ciampa Green with a little bit of Dylan getting in there. Hopefully some more tap out Tommy Rick Savage stuff, even though that can't happen. Nothing really excited about the Whammas division. Nothing excited about Stepping Stone right now. We got more Bullet Club and Undisputed Era stuff coming up. And we pretty much got to see. I have been the Yellow Donkey. Thank you for listening. I shall see you guys next time you click on one of my new and old videos. Outro.